Welcome back, Fanatics. My name is Federal Fanatic, and today we are continuing Ace Academy. I actually had to go a little forward to make sure this is appropriate, but it's fine, so we're good. So let's just jump back into where we left off. So look! Alright, something floats in front of her, which she snatches out of the water and presses to her chest. Her head is lowered and her shoulders slumped as she struggles to simultaneously hide herself and retie her bikini at the same time. Mayu clamps a hand over Sho's eyes. What?
Don't look.
Offer to help. You need help putting that back on? That sounded a lot less creepy in my head. I mean, you said you have trouble with the knots. I promise I'm not trying to look.
You promise you won't look?
Of course.
I can't seem to get these tied.
She offers me the strings to tie up her back, attached to a bow with nimble fingers, carefully not to touch the smooth, velvety skin of her back too often. Each accidental brush of my fingers against her skin sends warmth into my cheeks. Done.
Thanks, I've got it from here.
Valerie's nearly doubled over on the beach, her squeals of laughter adding to the commotion. Kaori stalks back to the beach and stands in front of Veronica.
Why would
Veronica.
you do that?
Valerie. Why did I say Veronica?
Luna looked like she could use a little push to get into the water, so I gave her one.
How fuck? Okay, first of all, for her to get so deep that she could like lower herself in the water, how is she was like a superhero? She has super strength to shove her like 15 feet towards into the water. Like what happened?
I bet you did it because you knew exactly what would happen.
I did not. But I won't lie and say it isn't hilarious.
That's Valerie, all right.
What if she didn't know how to swim? She could have gotten really hurt.
It's right against the beach. Completely shallow
Is it, though?
waters.
Still, it's dangerous because you can't prepare yourself. Kaori!
Uh-oh. Just kidding. A figure with long dark hair leaps on Kaori's back, holding her into a hug.
Ah!
Uh-oh. Kaori windmills her arm, trying to catch her balance, but topples into the water.
May!
Kaori pushes May off of her and wipes the water out of her eyes.
You can't just push people into the water! Why don't you people understand this?
Valerie clutching her stomach, and Valerie's clutching her stomach in laughter.
So good.
May just smiles and cocks her head to the side.
It's good to see you too. That's not what I said!
That's funny. Valerie finally catches her breath and wades over to May.
Nice one.
Thanks. I'm May.
Valerie.
May glances at the rest of us who have been observing in silence, trying to process the scene. Mayu coughs awkwardly.
I'm Mayu. And this is Sho.
Sho is very obviously trying to process May's ample badonkadunks. Bazongas, not badonkadunks. Bazongas. But at the sound of his name, he snaps back to reality.
Right, hi.
Yuna also seems to be sassing up May.
I'm Yuna.
Oh, what's going on, Yuna? Don't like her? And I'm Dalian. May graces us with a broad smile.
It's nice to meet you all. Kaori, when did you make so many friends? And now you're leaving.
Jesus.
But I only just met everyone. Don't you have your own friends to hang out with?
Trauma!
I am hanging out with my friend. That's not...
What just happened? A jet of water splashes Kaori's face. You get the ample music going on here. May giggles while Kaori grows more irritated. She flicks her wrist and sends a string towards May. But May dodges it and it splashes Yuna's chest instead. Oh, that's kind of cute. Yuna glances down at her chest and narrows her eyes, clearly fed up. Using her whole arm, she sends a big wave back at Kaori. But the water misses and catches Valerie, who squeals happily. They look a lot younger in this than they do in their little sprites. Like, look at... Wow! Also, May looks about the same. Valerie looks a little bit younger. But these three on the left here, they look way younger. Yuna glances down at her chest. Oh, I read that. Valerie, who squeals happily, she sends all some splash, which catches Mayu on the cheek. Mayu blinks. Valerie's brow wrinkles in worry as she opens her mouth to apologize, but instead dodges the splash that Mayu sends back. Before long, all the girls are squealing and bouncing around in the water, splashing each other. Joe and I stand off to the side, watching the glorious view. Oh boy!
Is this not the best thing you've ever seen in your life?
I nod solemnly, but another voice answers.
Yes, it is.
Hey, I think Kira showed up. As one, Joe and I turn to see Akira nodding approvingly. When did you get here? He gives me a confused look.
I've been here this whole time.
Joe and I glance at each other, then shrug. I think I've seen Mei before. She's part of Ona Bugesha, right?
Yeah.
I remember Kaori's intense reaction when we learned we were matched against Mei's team, but Mei seems to treat her like they are old friends. How do Mei and Kaori know each other? They seem to have opposite reactions, and holy crap, that 8-pack, I think it's, that pack! Reactions been seeing at each other. Holy crap, Akira! You rocking it!
Their relationship is strange. They've known each other since childhood, but judging by the way they act towards each other, it's hard to remember that.
The conversation ends. Silence settles in as we continue to watch splash attacks. Bunch of magic carps in the water.
Why aren't we joining in on the fun?
That's a great question.
We're enjoying the view. Sho spins close to the girls and shoots the stream water towards Mayu. Mayu yelps in surprise and splashes back when she sees Sho's grin. And Kira and I join in after Sho's introduction into the splash war. The sun kisses the horizon, spilling orange light over the waves. Kira and Mei left right after the splash war to join their friends. Valerie is lounging on her towel, trying to soak up the last of the dying rays, while reading from her e-reader. Oh, or an e-book, I guess. Kira and Mei, no, I hate it when it does that. Yuna sits on the sand, watching the waves lap at her feet. Kaori looks thoughtful as she sits in her fold-up chair, tossing and catching an inflatable beach ball. Sho and Mayu are missing. Oh, not sure where they went. The day is winding down, and it will be dark soon. With Mayu? No, let's head home. Maybe it's gonna get dark soon. We should probably start packing up. Kaori and Valerie glance at the sky.
I suppose so. My dad'll get any tinner than I am now.
Good idea.
I'd get sunburned, I'll be honest with you. I get sunburned really easily. I find Sho and Mayu and let them know we're leaving. Ooh, I'll find them. Okay. As I search the beach, I find Sho and Mayu sitting on a rock cliff, their feet dangling in the water. Leave them be. They're leaning into. Oh, yes! I like it! Watching the sunset. I like it, I like it, I like it! I don't want to disturb their moment, so I slip away before I'm noticed. The girls give me questioning looks as I return.
Did you find them?
You know, that's not a questioning look. That's like the, you just told me I'm fat look. Did you? Nah. No, I didn't find them. Kaori looks skeptical.
This beach isn't that big.
They must really want to be alone.
She figured it out.
Maybe one of us should look for them?
No, the sun's already set, so I'm sure they're on the way back now. As if on cue, the two of them appear in the distance. As they approach, Sho grins apprehensively under everyone's gaze.
What's going on?
Where were you?
Off watching the sunset.
No. I mean, where were you?
We were really just watching the sunset.
Sho!
That's
Chill!
it. Nothing else.
Sho! You shut up? Is that sweat on their foreheads?
That's not a weird response.
I reply before Valerie can cause any trouble. Sun's already set, so we should get going, guys. Whoa, what just? Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Show nods. Yeah, I got you, broseph. We all pack up our belongings and head to the parking lot, where we say our goodbyes and hop in our respective vehicles. Since Nikki says she's leaving with her friends, I kick my bike into gear and drive home. I'm exhausted by the time I get home and secretly thankful Uncle Kaito is nowhere in sight. All I want to do is take a hot shower and go to bed. Sounds like me. Nikki hasn't come home yet either, so the bathroom is all mine. I wash the sand and salt water off my skin, then go to sleep early. That's not, well, that's just probably me, but not, dang, like, I've been having to go to work 3:30, be at work at 3:30 a.m. like all this week. It sucked. Actually, by the time I'm saying this, it probably won't even be the same week, so ignore that. My alarm sounds waking me up. I turn it off and prepare for the day. Then take a quick breakfast. I drive to school and head to class. Does my webcam work better?
Good morning, everyone. I have some good news. Because so many of you did well on the pop quiz from last week, we're going to have another one.
Really? That's terrible! Of course, a groan circles around the classroom.
I knew you'd all be excited.
I hope I don't fail this one. Everyone gradually falls silent as the TAs hand out the quiz. What's TAs? What's the TA? Anybody tell me? I don't know. As soon as I receive mine, I begin. Are gears designed to look like a specific gender? If so, explain why. Yes, because boobs. Yes, only if used for war games? I mean, it sounds alright. The significant part of a gear entertainment industry is aesthetic appeal and showmanship. Due to the popular notion that the gear embodies a pilot, many mechas are designed in a fashion to represent this idea. Woo, I think I got it right. This sparked quite a conversation when gear is first introduced for recreational use. It does pay off to pay attention to the news. Yes, I got it right! After completing the test, I turn it in to the professor. Soon everyone has turned in their paper.
Everyone awake now? Good. In today's lesson...
Ugh. Pop quizzes suck!
Class dismissed.
I've got them things to follow the classroom with everyone else. Once I'm outside, my legs take me towards the hangar. I need to practice. Well, I need to practice. My chat with Akira last Monday has been on my mind ever since. Whoa, I attacked my mic. My bad, Mike. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Not that I actually care, but whatever. Our team has been in a really good streak, but are we strong enough to beat Akira's team? I squat myself to the hangar and shake my head free of these thoughts. We have to beat Onobagesha first. I pass Aura on my way to Eagle and hear voices raised in a heated argument. Uh-oh. Kaori says that May, who looks exasperated.
I always have your best interest at heart. That's not true!
Ooh.
When have I not? Have you already forgotten about what happened with Ryota?
Oh, got troubles. May looks taken aback.
Really? You're bringing that up? How was I supposed to know he'd react that way? You weren't supposed to tell him at all! Maybe not, but I was trying to help.
Ooh. Kaori's face contorts in anger.
I was humiliated in front of the entire school! Is that what you call helping? That's not fair. You know that wasn't my intention. And how Ryota handled the situation. Best friends don't treat each other like that. I know.
May falters at Kaori's piercing glare.
Well, none of that would have happened in the first place if you had just kept my secret a secret. It was all your fault.
May blinks rapidly.
I can't talk to you when you're like this. You need some time to calm down. Maybe then you'll listen.
Well, I gotta say why she's pissed. If she told this, ooh.
Don't you dare!
May spins her heel and walks away, her footsteps echoing behind her.
Hey! Ugh.
Kaori lets out a scream of frustration into her hands as she turns around. She notices me.
How long have you been there?
I just got here. Not long at all.
What did you hear?
Nothing. Kaori narrows her eyes. Okay, just enough to watch me storm off. She continues to stare at me. And a bit about a game named Ryota, that's it.
It's rude to eavesdrop.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to. If it were so loud! Obviously, this is a sensitive subject, and much as I'd like to know who Ryota is, what happened between them, and what part May has to play in all this, Kaori looks upset enough as it is. Pushing her would make her close up to me even more. So, what are you doing here anyways? Before the argument? Kaori shrugs.
Checking on Aura. What are you doing here?
I thought I practiced with Eagle.
Oh.
An uncomfortable silence settles in. My phone buzzes. Saved by the bell. Well, buzz, I guess. Sorry, I better get this. Kaori nods. She looks just as relieved as I am. I accept the call and walk further away from Kaori. Hello?
Hey!
Hey, Yuna! Hi, Yuna.
I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time.
No, this is perfect.
Okay, so your account manager with Dashu reached out to me. He'll be close to campus later today and would like to meet with you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm not sure what everyone's schedule looks like.
Wait, he wants to meet with just you.
That's weird. Am I in trouble? Did I do something wrong?
No, not at all. He has some questions about your gear.
I don't like where this is going. Why? What's wrong with Eagle?
Nothing. He's impressed by it. He wants to know how your outdated American gear is able to outperform even the newest Japanese models.
Outdated?
Not in a bad way. It's just not new.
Well, I think me and my dad built it from scratch, if I remember correctly.
So, will you meet him?
Sure.
Great. You can meet him at the cafe after lunch.
Alright, I'll be there. Thanks, Yuna.
No problem.
Saying goodbye, she hangs up. By the time I end the call, Kaori's nowhere in sight. It's probably for the best, honestly. Our chat didn't end on such a great note. As I came here to practice, I commented Eagle and started up a simulated match. After I practiced a few rounds, I shut down the simulators and climbed out of Eagle. I can tell my reaction times are improving. I'm sure with a little more practice, I'll be ready to face Onabgesha, whatever. Since I have some extra time, how do I want to spend the rest of my afternoon? Mayu! This game wants me after Mayu, apparently. Make my way to the music room. I finally convinced Mayu that we should start a band. We should expand the band. And now we're holding auditions for our newest member. After Mayu played for me for the first time, she loosened up a lot. We've been jamming regularly together. I found a flyer for local musicians. The community is sponsoring a talent night for both bands and solo artists. Mayu and I are ready to compete, and after cajoling her, after much cajoling, I got her to agree to sign up. Okay. The only problem is the band is considered 3 more people. Neither one of us wants to perform alone, so the only thing left to do is recruit a 3rd member. Watch it be Akira. Mayu is already set up the music room when we arrive. Hey, Mayu. She paused. What happened to the sound? That was weird. She pauses and smiles when she sees me.
Hi, you made it. I mean, of course you made it, but you're early, which is nice. Not that I think you can't be early to things, but...
Oh, we're fine. The voice fades and she drops her gaze. I'm a little nervous too. Mayu flashes me an appreciative
I
smile.
hope we find someone good.
Same here?
There will only be singers auditioning today, right?
Yeah, I think having a vocalist will best complement our sound. It's gonna be Kaori. I doubt it. Mayu nods.
agree.
I help her move some clutter to the corner of the room. We set up a long table and chairs in the middle of the room for us to sit. This is the judge's table. Mayu sits at the table while I poke my head around in the hall. Well, the first audition, please enter the room. So I return to my seat. Our short suit with slick back hair walks in. He's changed out of his uniform and his shirt hangs loosely around his small frame. I squint to get a better look and notice his shirt is decorated with all different types of footwear, sandals, flip-flops, etc. This is gonna be interesting. His thigh is furrowed and she wears a hesitant smile. She seems just as apprehensive as I am. Hello, what's your name? Boy wears a goofy grin. Billy! What are you gonna see today?
Sea hunts.
What? Why and I glance at each other. This is a popular song back when we were kids. I nod. Whenever you're ready. Bill flashes another lopsided grin as he belts out a tune. He quickly begins to bounce his knees and stiffly jerk his hips from side to side. Sees in a monotone tone, his cadence feels almost robotic. Paired with his strange dancing, it reminds me of someone gaining use of the limbs for the first time. Oh, that's so mean! I glance over at Mayu, who has a forced smile frozen on her face. Her eyes almost seem panicked. I can tell she's wondering if all our auditions are going to be as awful as this one, because I'm wondering the same thing. Gets her attention and give her a reassuring smile. She seems to relax some. Finally, he finishes and waits expectantly for our feedback. Yo, dog. Alright, dog. I gotta be real with you. I was kind of feeling it, but I wasn't really feeling it. You feel me? Bill stares stoically as I give him my feedback, then looks expectantly at Mayu. She fidgets under his gaze as she's trying to figure out something to say.
Well, it was... You were very brave to sing in front of us, and I think it's great that you did.
Yikes. She nods, seemingly satisfied with her review. I'm about to dismiss him when someone interrupts me.
Excuse me, but are you in the wrong room? This audition is...
Oh, Simon Cowell! No! Oh no, that's so mean! Another student sits beside Mayu. He's wearing an ace uniform without teal stripes, so he isn't a pilot. Oh no! Mayu merely glances over at the student, but otherwise doesn't react to his presence. Maybe he's one of her music friends? She must have asked him to sit in our auditions and help us judge who would be a good fit. Despite the new guy's scathing comments, Bill doesn't seem phased.
I did my very best, and that's all I could have done.
Oh wow, he had a line. Interesting.
I have no professional training, but I am very glad of my performance.
Mayu smiles encouragingly.
That's great. Thank you for coming by.
Yeah, thanks. We'll be in touch. Mayu's friend crosses his arms and waits for Bill to leave. Once Bill leaves, he is immediately replaced by another student. He's still in his uniform, but contrastly, his long dark hair falls to his mid-back and covers one eye.
Hi, my name is Slasher, and I'll be singing an original song I wrote myself.
Hi.
He cuts Mayu off in the middle of the greeting and screams in a hoarse voice, "Oh Lord." Jesus. Oh God. I scream over Slasher before my ears literally begin to bleed. Thank you! I think we've heard enough. Now his eyes are wider than I've ever seen, and she flinches every time Slasher belts out a word.
Thanks. If you please stop for a second.
Her friend clamps his hands over his ears and crunches his pain.
Stop, for the sake of our sanity.
Slasher finally quiets down, but looks confused.
Are you trying to turn us all into raving psychopaths? Because the only effect constant yelling
Oh, good
has
God.
on you is making
That was terrible!
What? I haven't even gotten to the killing part yet. Here, listen.
Whoa, dude, chill. It's so bad! Why didn't I shout simultaneously? The Slasher pauses again. Mayu's friend looks like he's about to speak again, but we silence him with death glares. What the hell, dog? Look, dog, I'm keeping it real. It started a little rough, but you managed to make it your own. You made it your own, yo. In response, Slasher opens his mouth, ready to belt out of the line. Mayu immediately stops him.
Wait! Your song is definitely very original. But it's not quite the direction we're going for this band.
Whatever. You guys can't even begin to comprehend my genius.
No, it's one of those people, huh? This guy's brunch. Nice. Slasher turns on his heel and walks out of the room. I breathe a sigh of relief, but brace myself for the next audition. The girl walks in. She's wearing a uniform and has her dark hair pulled back into a messy ponytail. She seems normal so far, but I don't want to get my hopes up. Hello. She smiles warmly and waves.
Hi. My name is Mitsuki.
Okay. Mayu seems hopeful.
Feel free to begin whenever you're
It's
ready.
gonna be terrible, isn't it? It's gonna be terrible. Mitsuki nods and takes a deep breath. Her voice shakes as she begins to sing a soft melody, but grows in power as she gains confidence. Mayu and I blink at each other. She's actually good. Close my eyes and find myself getting lost in Mitsuki's voice before long her song is done. Mitsuki waits nervously for our feedback. Mayu steps to her feet so suddenly that her chair wobbles.
You were wonderful! You have a powerful voice which would perfectly complement our instruments and the emotion behind your song. I could feel what you were singing.
Mitsuki blushes on Mayu's praise.
Thank you.
What Mayu said! Couldn't agree more I couldn't agree more with what Mayu said. That was a beautiful performance. Mitsuki breaks the watch smile. The random guy raises his hand.
Excuse me, but what was that?
Oh, fudge. Mitsuki blinks, obviously confused. I'm not sure what this guy is talking about either.
This good shy girl act is so played out. Where's the confidence, the fire, and for God's sake, have you ever heard of a code?
That's so mean! Misky runs her hair through her
I'm
hand through her.
sorry. My last class was physical education, and I was running a little late.
I think closer to Mayu. What's with your friend? He's kind of a jerk.
Wait, I thought you was your friend.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm freaking dead! Just some random dude comes in, sits at our table, and starts belting out these angry things at people. We stared at each other for a second. They focused our attentions on the mystery guy. Hey, you glanced over at us. Who are you?
Excuse me?
He pulls a face of disgust.
How dare you? Don't you know who I am?
No. Oh, no. Naya shakes her head. The guy scoffs.
Oh. Clearly, I have made a terrible mistake. You peasants wouldn't know greatness if it bit you in the ass.
That's so bad. A loud sniff of disdain. He swaggishly. Wow, that's a word. Swaggishly. He swaggers. You don't screw it. He exits the room. I can't say that. Awkward.
So, did I pass?
Yes, we'd love you for you to join the band.
Really? Yes, absolutely. We have your information, so we'll let you know when our next practice will be, and hopefully we'll see you there. Thank you. Yes, I'll be there.
I was kind of hoping she had like a
Thank you
sprite,
again.
but whatever. Unless she's not actually going to wind up being the next person, but let's see. Reading from ear to ear, mystically practically skips out of the room.
Is it strange that I feel kind of nervous?
How come?
I don't know. I'm really excited. I'm already getting ideas for new pieces that will incorporate her voice.
Nice.
So, I don't know why I'm so nervous.
Probably because of how bad those previous auditions were. You're hoping this one good audition isn't a fluke.
Maybe.
She smiles at me.
We should probably clean up. I think our reserved time is running out.
That's fair. After my clean up the music room, we part ways so she can go to class. I can't wait to see what kind of music the three of us will create together. I think she's gonna back out. Make my way towards the cafe to meet with our account manager from Dashu. I try to anticipate what kind of questions he'll ask about Eagle so I can have some answers ready. You said this wasn't an interview, but I still want to make a good impression. I have a sinking suspicion about this interview about my mech, my gear. I don't think it's going to go well. As I enter the cafe, I sweep my gaze across the room and find a man wearing a Dashu jacket. That must be him. After ordering a cup of coffee, I walk over to greet him. Hello? Oh, he has a Sprite. The man faces me, and I'm surprised by how young he looks. He only seems a couple years older than us. I'm Dalian, the pilot for Eagle from Ace 204911. He smiles and gestures to the seat across from him. I accept the seat.
Thanks for meeting me on such short notice. As I'm sure you know, I'm Yuri Ariev, your account manager with Dashu.
You're Russian. Mother Russia! Alright. I wait for his place their drinks on the table. He takes a sip of his drink and seems pleasantly surprised. That must be some good coffee.
I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I am curious about a few things.
About Eagle?
Eagle?
He looks genuinely confused. I guess my intel was incorrect.
About Hyperdrive.
Hyperdrive. Oh, that was the team I played for at CANY. Looks like Yuri did his homework on me. Still under the NDA. Be aware that I still have an active NDA with them. He nods.
Of course. I am more interested about the team and sponsorship dynamics in the West. I've researched that companies have official teams in the school rather than just sponsoring a different team from time to time.
A nod. That's right.
Hyperdrive is an S-ranked division team at CINY. That's quite the accomplishment. I can see why you transferred into Ace with a history like that.
Hard work paid off. Thank you. I practiced a lot and studied to make sure my application was strong enough from both sides. Yuri seems pleased by my answer.
What were your teammates like?
Hyperdrive had about 20... Wow. That's 20 pilots on the team. I didn't know all of them well, but I made a few friends. Yuri takes another sip from his coffee.
Ah, yes. I've heard the official company teams tend to recruit purely from an efficiency and winning standpoint. There's even internal competition within the team to see who are the strongest pilots.
I nod.
Which means your solo rank must have been strong if you were the primary backup after the starting 4.
Yeah, although I can't say everyone was pleased with the first year being a primary backup. Yuri chuckles.
I take it the more senior members of the team weren't pleased.
Yeah, because of that, most of the people I consider to be close were other first years, but some of the seniors who were already on the starting lineup would help me train.
Sounds like there was a very split dynamic among the team, which is not surprising given how large it is. It's hard to foster close camaraderie when everyone competes for the same spots.
Yeah, fair. It's fair. It's kind of like football, like first line, second line, or first string, second string. I know the terminology. Give me a minute. There were definitely a lot of cliques that formed within the group. I tried to stay away from any drama, and I was just focused on bringing up my rank.
How well do you think that model works compared to the model here?
I pause. The pressures are different, but I do believe smaller teams make more efficient teams. You're more invested in your personal training and development, not because there's a looming pressure that someone is just a number away from replacing you, but because you're an important member for your team, or of your team. And of course, you end up fostering closer relationships with your teammates. But the whole sponsorship process here is incredibly imbalanced. Yuri nods understandingly. Honestly, I'm grateful you agreed to sponsor us. We were rejected a few times before, and Yuna was really disappointed about how unwilling most companies were to consider us.
Your team at Ace is a little unique. Even though you guys are an S-rank division team, because you're a new team with no history of performance, you're also considered high risk.
Yes, sir. High risk?
Yeah, it's hard to gauge whether your team is a strong up-and-comer or if your entry into this division was a fluke. Most companies don't like that uncertainty.
If that's the case, how come you decided to take that risk? He grins.
I know good talent when I see it.
So slightly like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
If I'd been too afraid to take risks, I never would have landed Yudai. When I signed him on, he was a new pilot but already showed so much potential.
He looks wistful.
What happened to him was tragic. The least I could do is to help his sister, especially after seeing how his death affected her.
Wait, what happened?
You don't know?
Oh, crap! Oh, was that her brother? Is that Yuna's brother? He falters.
You should probably talk to Yuna.
Oh, I'm sure. An uncomfortable silence settles while we both sip our drinks. Once he downs the last of his coffee, he checks his phone and smiles politely.
I have to run to another meeting. Thanks again for stopping in to chat with me. And I'm sure we'll see each other soon.
Sad. Thanks, it was nice to meet you. I said my goodbye and take another sip of my drink as I watch him leave. What happened to Yuna's brother? How come she never mentioned him to me? Questions raced through my mind, but I cleared them away as I finished my drink. I shouldn't drive myself crazy thinking about questions I don't have the answers to. Next time I see Yuna, I'll ask. In the meantime, I still have time before I should go home. What should I do to clear my mind? I'll talk to Yuna! I dial Yuna's number.
Hello?
Hey. Hi, Yuna. What are you doing this evening?
I'm in the small auditorium in the drama center.
Drama theater! Oh, is there a play?
Not quite. I'm attending a class run by the improv club. You should come.
I'm in. Okay. That sounds like fun. I'll be right there.
See you soon.
Yeah, I took a couple years in theater in high school, so that was always fun. Does not look like a drama club game. This looks like the classroom. As soon as we hang up the phone, I head to the drama center. When I arrive, I spot Yuna sitting towards the right of the room. As I head over, I run straight into someone. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Wait a minute. Hey, I know you. Aren't you the instructor from the cooking club? You teach improv too? He laughs.
No, that's my twin brother.
Oh, whoops. Oh, I see.
Anyway, have a seat. We are about to get started.
He marches to the front of the room while I sit beside Yuna. She smiles in acknowledgement. Actually, I'm going to call it here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.